Boom, ever onward tribe, April's Commander's Coffee. Today's coffee is about highs and lows. SEALs sort of live in this space between seeking out, the highs and the lows and these extremes of kind of the human experience. We seek out, one of the harshest environments to become part of that warrior culture. And then once you become part of it and pass that crucible, you're seeking out the toughest opponent, the worst enemy, the most hideous mission set that anyone could be asked to conduct, and you actually revel and delight in that. And I've been asked why, SEALs do well on the battlefield and had a capacity to fight evil in a big way. And I actually think it's because a personality trait that seems to exist within SEALs is a real familiarity with darkness. It's like there's this division between, good and evil, right and wrong, dark and light. And many of my teammates, and some of us talk about it and some of us don't, find ourselves in dark places from time to time. And I found myself there this week. I just started this week in a dark hole. I had a couple things unfold recently that just kind of thrust me into that. And for whatever reason, I found myself a little bit in a pit. I share that because I think people look up to folks and think, oh, that person's bulletproof and, bigger than King Kong and never has an issue and never has a down day. And I have yet to meet that person. And I'm damn sure not one of them. So I found myself at the beginning of this week in a pretty dark, low spot. I was in the low as opposed to the high. That's for sure. And I don't reach for pills or a bottle or anything like that. I kind of learned long ago that, suffering and going hard and pushing myself is the antidote or the safety net or the line that can be thrown to me to get out of those spots. But Monday and Tuesday were kind of rough days. And then this morning I woke up early. I went to train jiu-jitsu with, this great group of brothers and an unbelievable professor or black belt that trains us. And just kind of out of nowhere, I threw the extremes of that kind of low emotion into a fight, into this round we did, and I had a little bit of a breakthrough. Breakthroughs, even quantum leaps in jiu-jitsu are like this big. So it's very, very small measures of increase or learning, but I had one of those, and it couldn't have felt better to come out of it. I finished this round, and I was exhausted. I was quite literally in pain and uncomfortable, and I couldn't have felt any better. And to put the cherry on top, my professor, the black belt that trains us, let us kind of get squared away. We kind of finished up to close out the day, and he asked me to come forward and put another stripe on my belt. So you earn stripes to move towards the progression of getting to a higher belt rank and a higher level of capacity for work. And that kind of came out of the blue today. And it was like being shot out of a cannon from that darkness to the light. So my recommendation to you in this coffee is just don't quit. If you're in a dark hole, if you're in a bad space, ask for help, look for help. And if nothing else, count on yourself to just grind and keep struggling and clawing your way out. I promise you it will. None of that stuff lasts forever. And if you stay the course, you'll get out of that hole. And it's worth getting into the light. Ever onward.